Welcome to the Gumbo Podcast. I am your host, Richie Rich, a.k.a. King Richard, a.k.a. Polo Rich, a.k.a. the New Orleans East Beast. Before I get started, look, I've been checking out Clarissa Shields, and it's a good time to break this out. I hope that she has a good support group around her, because I think she's being manipulated a little bit and just stepping outside of her zone. Okay? You are a boxer. You got a movie coming out. You're a nice looking lady. Honestly, since I've been out of the boxing game, I never really heard of you before the last fight. So, having said that, I'm an admirer. I'm not a fan. People say fan, and people use that term loosely. I'm not fanatic about nobody that's not my last name. You feel me? Or a part of this network right here. Having said that, I heard her say something, and there's something else I wanted to bring out because it came up in another conversation. Beloved, calling someone an Uncle Tom shows your ignorance, because Uncle Tom was a hero. So I'm going to need y'all to redo, your head and go do some Google it. Uncle Tom was a hero. Do you understand? So when you call somebody Uncle Tom, meaning it in a derogatory way, you're showing either both of y'all stupid or you're stupid. Especially if you've seen this, you're stupid because you're still calling him Uncle Tom, or you're ignorant, which means you don't know who Uncle Tom really was. Now, let's get to the caption. You heard me? I told y'all what I was going to give y'all. Just what I'm about to give y'all. Let's get into it. Women who I would vote for, dare I even say campaign for president. You ready? Here's my number one. Tell me if you ever heard of a lady named Nina Turner. Nina Turner is a politician turned television personality. Okay? She's from Cleveland, Ohio. She's about 57 years old. Now, she was some of her qualifications that would be put on a campaign sign. She was a city council member for 2 years, 2006 and 2008. She was a senator, 2008 to 2014. Now, this is all in Ohio, Cleveland, Ohio, okay? She ran for Secretary of State in 2014. She lost to the incumbent. She's considered left-wing. She was a Bernie Sanders supporter, and she served as co-chair of the Bernie Sanders presidential campaign in 2020. Some things I know about Nina Turner. She was the first black lady I saw to get on TV. Well, first of all, she's a Democrat. Let me just say that, okay? She is a Democrat, all right? However, recently, she was the first lady, and black lady of color, black lady, whatever, I like black lady, okay, to get on there and tell Barack Obama where to get off at with that trying to come and talk down to black women. Some things I know about Nina Turner. Look, sometimes we are too harsh on the law enforcement community, okay? People that are in my socio-economic dynamic, okay? If you don't know what that means, then hit me in the comments, I'll tell you. However, having said that, her husband a police, her brother a police. Something buzzing y'all. Nina Turner, her husband is a police. Her daddy was a police. I think she got one or two brothers that's police. She might have sons that's police. So she comes from a law enforcement background for y'all who like that. Okay? If you want me to vote for the Democratic Party, you want me to vote for a woman, you want me to vote for a black woman, run Nina Turner. And I got you. Okay, that's number one. My number two. Well, I guess I'm kind of putting them in order. And I have to put. I'm gonna go with Jill Stein next. Okay, number one, I voted for Jill Stein this time. Jill Stein. She's about 74 years old. She's a Green Party affiliate. That's the third party. She's from Chicago, Illinois. She's ran for president 3 times: 2012, 2016, 2024. She ran for governor of. She ran for governor of Massachusetts. In 2002 and 2010. Some of the things she advocates for. Okay. And this is true, and this is why I didn't give you this on Nina Turner, and I'll tell you. First, let me tell you that she asked Nina Turner in 2016 to be her running mate. Okay? However, Nina Turner said that she believed in the Democratic Party and wanted to change things from within and make it better. Don't that sound like a good candidate? Jill Stein wanted her to be her running mate. So you know they have similar thinking. Now, here are the stuff that they advocate for. Clean your air quality. Universal health care. Anti-war. She's an anti-war stance. They have anti-war stance. Taxpayer-funded health care. There's no such thing as free health care. It comes from your tax dollars. When stuff goes overseas to foreign countries, they say it's taxpayer-funded, right? When stuff needs to come to the community, they say it's free. That's a trick they play on us. Standards for coal plants. I say universal health care. Now, interesting. Jill Stein was investigated for Russian collusion. Do y'all know how that turned out? Y'all hear no more about Russian collusion, do you? Jill Stein, my number 2. I'm going to put this as a tie for number 2. And the reason is, let's talk about it first. My next candidate coming in here, Tulsi Gabbard. Tulsi Gabbard is a Republican. Okay, she is about 45, 46 years old. She is the current nominee for DNI. That's the Director of National Intelligence. That's over all the intelligence agencies: FBI, CIA, NSA. I know somebody worked for the NSA. All the intelligence agencies will report to her, and I hope she get it too. Okay, some of her qualifications. She was the vice chair of the DNC, which is the Democratic National Committee, from 2013 to 2016. She started as a Democrat. She is a current military lieutenant in the National Guard. She's a former congresswoman from 2013 to 2021. She left the Democratic Party in 2022 and joined the Republican Party in 2024. Oh, by the way, I see a note here. She was also a member of the City Council from 2011, 2012. And I'm sorry, I should have said that she's from Hawaii. Okay. What she advocates for, or some of her stances: anti-war, anti-COVID restrictions, talking about masks and can't go here. She was one who called out the origins of COVID when people were saying you couldn't say it came from China and it's a China disease. And now if you are somebody that don't know that COVID came from China, something wrong with you. She was talking about labs where people experiment and make diseases and make the cure for them. She was talking about that back when COVID first started. And you're going to find out where COVID came from. Eventually, they're going to tell you. Maybe when most of the people that died off who was responsible, they're going to tell you where COVID came from. If there are 20 biolabs in Wuhan, and you believe that a disease jumped out of a pond, jumped on a frog, and a bear ate it, and then a monkey ate part of the bear, and then we ate the monkey, and we got COVID, and that's how it came, something wrong with you. Obviously, it came out of a lab. Obviously, it jumped on somebody's shirt and walked out the lab and got out and got out. Okay? She was on Fauci tail long time ago. Fauci should go to prison for what he did. But he's probably going to outlive, he's not going to outlive any investigation. He's not going to outlive that. The investigation will outlive him. He'll be dead before they can put any kind of consequences on him for what he did. Yeah? And it's going to come out. You know, we were conspiracy theorists before. And now y'all still getting sick with COVID, and I caught it once, and I ain't never had a vaccine. And I have people in my family extremely close to me. That's a personal decision. I'm a diabetic. If I go out here without a vaccine and catch something, and I die because I'm a high risk, that's on me. So do your own research. I've never. Leave it alone. Tulsi Gabbard is my number 3. Let's make a shot. Now look, my last one. 2 things can be true at once. Remember that. And although I am not an advocate of Obama, and I wish I could go back and take my doggone vote back, okay? Just because of what he said, that really rubbed me the wrong way and rubbed a lot of us the wrong way. Having said that, who do you think my number 4 is? Michelle Obama, baby. Come on, you can't knock it. Listen, Michelle Obama, 57 years old, from Chicago, Illinois. Of course, she was married to the first black president in the United States, for the United States, right? That alone gives her some experience, in my opinion. You can't be around the seat of power, the highest seat of power in the land, and not learn something. You learn more than the people that's running, because they ain't never been president before or been around that seat. You feel me? So she was the first black first lady. Peep this out. The lady got a bachelor's from Princeton and a doctorate from Harvard. Bruh. Huh? I don't even know what school come out. Oh, yeah, she went to Howard. That's right. She went to Howard, which is a good school, and hey, but come on. You can't deny Princeton and Harvard together. Come on now. Okay. So she mainly worked for nonprofits, right? She did, however, serve as Associate Dean of Student Services at the University of Chicago and Vice President of Community and External Affairs at the same, if I'm not mistaken. Associate Dean of Student Services at the University of Chicago and Vice President of Community and External Affairs. Either there or another university, but hey, that's neither here nor there. Look, she campaigned for her husband first time and the second time. Worked on his campaign. Bruh, let me tell you something. I had a daddy that ran for president of the ILA, Local 3000 in New Orleans at the time. And My mom and daddy were married, till my dad passed, right? So I know the work that a wife does on a campaign, and it's whatever he doing. I'm telling you, wherever he at, she got to be there. Whatever he need to look at, she gonna look at it first, because he ain't got time. He got too much to look at. Okay? She has 3, I'm going to say bestsellers under her belt. 3 books under her belt, and she won a Grammy in 2023. Now, I gave you one Republican, which is Tulsi Gabbard, who was a Democrat, and now she's a Republican. I gave you one independent Green Party candidate, right? Not independent. She's a Green Party candidate, Jill Stein. The Republican was Tulsi Gabbard. I gave you 2 Democrats, Nina Turner and Michelle Obama. Any one of those people, you run. Number 1, they're not going to lean into identity politics. Maybe Michelle might a little bit. Hey, that's on her because of what she did with Kamala. But I think Michelle is smart enough to see that ain't work for Hillary Clinton or for Kamala, and I don't think she'll do it. The other ones, you ain't got to worry about that. And even if they were to say it, well, I'm a woman, so we got... The majority of people will be looking at their qualifications. Why you don't run one of them? Tulsi Gabbard, by the way, destroyed Kamala Harris in her first presidential campaign and debate. Go back and look it up. Boy, Tulsi Gabbard just waxed the floor with her. If you want a ladies or gentlemen, and in between, whatever you are on the spectrum, who you consider, if you are into a female, lady of color or female, because I don't think Jill Stein is a lady of color, and Tulsi Gabbard is, whether y'all believe it or not. Having said that, you want a woman? Check my list out. You want a black woman? Check my list out. If you run any one of those 4, I got your back. And I will be out there campaigning. You hear me? Thank you for tuning in to this edition of the Gumbo Podcast. I'm going to pray for y'all tonight. It's getting cold here, and I got some people out here that need some coats. So I'm going to do a coat drive, and I'm going to let y'all know what's happening with that. Check out my Cash App. It's $Sunnyboy X. $Sunnyboy with an O. X. All one word. That's for help me get a new camera. If you want to donate something for some coats, do that. You want to send me some questions, RichieRich2000G at gmail.com or RichieRich2000G at yahoo.com. Either. It's cold. I'm getting a little cold because I've been out there, and I'm still recovering from last night, y'all. I'm turkey drunk. You heard me? Had me in there TikTok and all kind of craziness. But look, thanks for listening. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Okay? Stay tuned to the Gumbo Podcast, but I got something special coming up for the new year. I hope it's going to be an all new look. You did? Check out my nominees, and if you have any, put them in the comments if you know some more ladies that's qualified. Getting ready for 2028. Thanks for joining me. See you on the next one. 1.